Yay! Hi, you guys. Good morning. How are you? As you're jumping on, say hello. All right. We are putting on the Ritz. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Happy bright and shiny green jacket Friday. I think this is going to become a regular thing, you guys. So, as you jump on, let me know that you're here. And we are finishing tip 5 in the Detox series. So, if you don't know me, I'm Amanda Heisman, your intuitive nutrition and energy coach, and I help you eat intuitively and eat for energy so that you can get back in touch with your body and use that energy to build a life that you love. And I also explore the spiritual and emotional sides of nourishment. I'm a nutrition intuitive, so I can channel the needs of your nourishment body. I'm doing great, she says. Love the jacket, so colorful. Yes! You always need a little brightness. Celebrate Friday, right? TGIF. And we have been on a detox series, and this is the last tip in the series, unless we have a little bonus coming tomorrow. We do have a little bonus coming tomorrow. I won't be on video, but I have a post planned for you guys of a bonus detox tip. And we have been talking about ways to support ongoing cleansing, right? Our beautiful body is always cleansing, always detoxing, and we want to support it in its process. So let me know how the detox tips have served you so far. What have you tried? What have you not tried? We've talked about infusing our water. We've talked about green drinks. We've talked about journaling and writing our emotions out so that we don't stuff them down and it turns to toxicity in the body. And somebody help me out. What else did we talk about? Oh, we bounced yesterday. Who bounced with me? Who bounced with me and supported our lymphatic system? Let me know in the comments. And today I want to talk about digital detoxing. So, once again, I'm holistic, right? So I'm going to talk about all sides of detoxing for our physical, spiritual, mental, emotional health. And we are so connected to our devices these days, especially those of us who run online businesses, that it's important to disconnect sometimes, right? We know this, but let's think about how often we're actually doing it. And this might be a good reminder of the importance, right? So devices, especially wireless ones, right, emit EMF, right? And that can cause things like ongoing exposure to it, even low levels, can cause things like insomnia, anxiety, depression, brain fog, dizziness, frequent illness. People have different levels of sensitivity to EMF. But we're also kind of we talked about this a little bit in the sleep video and energy building basics last week, but we're kind of a guinea pig generation as far as all of these devices, right? As far as having this much, this amount of electronics in the home and in the daily life, we don't know on the whole how it's going to affect us yet over the long term, but we're starting to see people have real big sensitivities to EMF. And so I definitely recommend balancing our online time, which is necessary, right? We work online, we commune online, it's been an amazing thing, technology, to connect with people around the world. I've made some of my best friends in Facebook groups and in different platforms. And so I'm not poo-pooing online time, but I am saying let's balance it, right? So those can be like exposures. We can have sensitivity and not do so great with exposures to EMF. Also, what's happening is devices emit positive ions, and negative ions are what comes off the earth, the beach, stuff like that, Himalayan salt lamps, salt therapy, stuff like that, going to a salt therapy place like the Salt Suite or the Salt Cave, that emits, that kind of neutralizes the effects. That kind of neutralizes the effects of electronics, and it helps. It's that grounding feeling. It helps us feel connected to ourselves and the earth, in a sense of we're not like flying out in space. That feeling of feeling spacey, that can happen when we're too tied to our electronics all the time, every day, 24/7, right? Or even 16/7, right? Even waking hours. So, so they can stress us out. Also, even if you think about if we're on our phones all the time, or if we're on our computers all the time, think about our posture, right? Our posture gets hunched over, and like even sometimes if I'm thinking about it, I'll bring my phone way up here instead of like having my head down. And even if you are not suffering any of these things, and you do make it a point to get outside every day and ground in, think about the what we're missing by what we're missing out on in real life, right? In the physical where we are, by being online too much, by being on our devices too much. So nature, time with our family, balancing, really just coming down into ourselves, relaxing, unplugging, unwinding. We're kind of always on. I don't mean our devices are always on. I mean, we're always on. And if you think about being always on, you have to like, you have to present, you have, I don't know how else to say it. You have to be always on, right? You have to like be not even just a facade, but even just being yourself always on is tough. We all need to relax. We all need to unwind. We all need play. We all need to get in touch with our, and stay in touch with our inner child, right? The creative adult is the child who survived, or what's that quote? We all need to play. We all need to make time for these things, for family, for friends, for unwinding, for relaxing, for being in nature. Nature is super important. Hey, Darcy, emojis right back at you. I see the thumbs. I see the hearts. I love the the nature emojis, the flowers and the trees. I love it. So that's really important. That's something that our bodies, our bodies need, right? We know that we kind of know that like our spirit needs it, right? We need a mental break, but even our bodies need that time. So if we're on devices all the time, if we are stuck in the digital world and not balancing it with nature and whatever else we would be missing out on, that can cause problems and just unbalance in the actual body, right? Yes, we need this time, says Darcy. Still sleepy. Hi, Cherie. So that's the tip of the day. Be sure to balance even, you know, I know we have a lot of community online and it's great, but definitely maybe attempt to block out times that you're going to be in front of screens, and block out times where you're going to be having time to yourself or outdoors or what have you. Michelle says, I find it really hard to get that balance. Yeah, it can be hard. Like, we are a digital society, so it can be really hard. I think it does have effect on my sleep. My mind stays busy all the time. Yes, this kind of goes hand in hand with last week's tip on energy building basics, the sleep tip. I talked quite a bit about electronics affecting our sleep, how we can be total insomniacs if we're tied too much to our devices. And do you know whether Himalayan salt lamps definitely help for sleep. Like I said, Himalayan salt lamps mimic what happens at the beach, or what happens when you get your feet on the earth. The earth emits those negative ions. Negative ions are what helps ground us. So positive ion, we get a lot of positive ions off of our devices, our Wi-Fi, our electronics, all that stuff, right? And so we don't get enough negative ions. And so the Himalayan salt lamps definitely help balance that out. Make sure to get a high quality one. I love salt lamps. I love salt therapy too, depending on where you are in the world. This is kind of, some places it's not very well known yet, and other places it's starting to kind of sweep through salt therapy. It's definitely big in Europe, but that's where they have like a salt cave, and you go in and breathe in the salt, and it helps clear sinuses. And even if you don't have any issues, like even if you're not sick, like a lot of people with allergies or asthma and stuff will come do salt therapy. But even if you don't have that, I find it is super relaxing. It helps me sleep better. It helps, I remember my dreams the next morning. It's kind of 50-50 sometimes if I remember my dreams. But when I'm going to salt therapy regularly, I always remember my dreams. So that's a good one. It's a good, easy one to really balance all that. But like I said, aside from all of, whether you think that EMF or screens are affecting you negatively, whether they are or not, think about just time-wise, right? Your time is precious. How much time you have in the day is precious, and how much time you have to sleep is precious. And what are we missing out on by not having that balance, right? So if you can schedule a half-hour walk in your day, family time after 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or like you're going to get off devices before, like an hour before bed, or whatever works for you, play with it a little bit and see what happens. But I always find when I like put a block in my schedule, that it works a lot better. So tell me, guys, how, as Michelle did, how you're doing with screens and balancing device time. Have you done a digital detox before? Personally, I'm the type of person who in an alternate universe, an alternate timeline where I didn't own an online business, I probably wouldn't own a phone either. The year before I opened my business, so 2013, I did not have a cell phone. I had come from a really corporate background, and I was in technology sales. I was in IT sales, so I was selling tech, and I was on all the time. And so when I left that job, it was like I had to detox, and I thought that I would just go around the corner, to the Verizon store and get a phone the next week or something. But a week turned into a month, turned into 12 months, and it was lovely. So I thought that was your other comment. Nice. How is the best way to find a good quality one? I'll post an article about the quality of salt lamps, the quality of Himalayan salt lamps. It's a good one because it's hard because they all look the same. It's not necessarily tied to a deeper pink or a lighter pink or something easy like that. I'll post some good sourcing information, Michelle. You're welcome, Darcy. You're welcome, Michelle. You guys are welcome. So that has been your detox series. Like I said, you're going to get a little bonus tomorrow. So be sure to check in tomorrow for a bonus detox tip. Unless you're digital detoxing, don't. Unless you're taking a whole day. Has anyone taken a whole day over the weekend to digital detox? That's awesome. So this has been your detox series. So let me know how these tips are serving you and what ones you're integrating into your daily life. If you guys want to take detoxing one step further, we're starting our holistic detox on Monday. Now, I've given you tips to cleanse on an ongoing basis because our body is always cleansing. And when we talk about like a cleanse or a detox, it's a container of time in which we accelerate and support that process to really release that which no longer serves. Whatever sort of remnants are left in our physical body and in our organ of all the upgrading we've done, especially over the past year, or, you know, if you kind of had too much to eat around the holidays, guilty as charged, right? It can be a good way to release that and really make space for all that the year has for you, to really signal to the universe that you are open and ready to step into this new way of being that you have called in, right? That you're really ready to meet your future self. And the holistic detox we start on Monday, but we only start prep on Monday. We don't actually start the detox until Wednesday. So I walk you through all the prep with grocery lists and recipes. And it might sound, you will be doing, this is part of the fun, is that you are putting all the love into the juices, the smoothies, the soups that we're creating for your detox. And then you're consuming them. So you have that like I did it factor going on. However, it actually does save time. It might sound like work at the beginning, but it actually does save time since you don't have to fix every meal. So over that time, you're even making more space in your schedule. So not just in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, but in your schedule as well with your time. Is what a lot of people said. So the last time I ran this, I mean, people had increased energy, greater mental clarity, like their head felt lighter, glowing skin, stronger hair and nails, body aches disappearing, deeper, more restful sleep, flatter tummy, they lost weight, which they were surprised by because that wasn't really the goal, and they never felt hungry. The reason they don't feel hungry is because we're flooding our body with nourishment and with nutrients, all those phytonutrients. This is not a restrictive cleanse. It's a cleanse in the sense of we're giving our tummies a break from digestion, but we are not depriving ourselves of nutrients. You're actually flooding your body with nutrients. So nourishment is abundant in this cleanse. Nourishment is abundant. We changed palates and really reset both digestion and taste buds, so cravings changed completely. People got a new understanding of their emotional eating habits and like a real release from the past, from traumas of the past, tying like emotional eating habits to childhood trauma and actually being able to get past that and move forward. So a real feeling of lighter and brighter world in HD after that. So that's really powerful. That's really powerful claims for a cleanse, but it all happened last time we did this. So it's kind of grounding all of the work that you've done, the spiritual and emotional work that you've done into the physical body. So 2 days of prep and 3 days of cleanse. You can get the 5-day support, which are those 5 days next week, or the 10-day support in which you get 5 days post-cleanse to really explore what your body, of what to add back in when, and what your body likes and doesn't like, because it's essentially an elimination diet in that way. So you're supported by me every day, workbooks every day, a live like this every day with a lesson, and very, very systematic cleanse of what to have when, how to make it, how to safely and effectively release toxins, because I'm not about just telling you to go drink some juice. I include a lot of fiber in this cleanse to effectively carry the toxins that are coming to the surface out the body. Okay? Getting so excited, my arms are making everything shake. So emotional support, you know, our group becomes very close because we're essentially a support group all going through it together. We talk about what supplements might help during a cleanse, what supplements wouldn't be worth it during that time. Journaling exercises and prompts are really, really supporting you. during this time because they support the emotional cleanse that inevitably comes with the physical one. And yeah, like I said, grocery list recipes, outline. You get lessons every day delivered via email. We meet in the support group, in the Facebook group, just like this every day. And you do journaling on your own time. What questions do you guys have for me? The 5-day is $197. The 10-day is $297. You can also do an option, you can opt in for a 30-minute one-to-one detox coaching call with yours truly for a total of $397. So you get the cleanse plus the one-to-one support. And we start prep Monday. You need a blender, a juicer, and a smile. And I don't recommend it for pregnant women or for diabetics. However, if you just have some blood sugar issues, we can certainly adjust the cleanse. I have friendly substitutions for that. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'll drop the link below, and you can check out folks like Johanna, Patrice, Michelle, Susan, Sarah, what they had to say about this detox, this holistic detox, the cleansing experience, really a mind, body, and soul cleanse, detoxing you on every level. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go and get ready for my next call. But it has been so fun talking detoxing with you this week. And let me know below. I think I'm going to do, I might not do a formal series next week, but let me know in the comments what you guys would like to talk about. I think folks want to talk about intuitive eating. We might take a break from a formal series and I'll do some healings, like some healing threads next week, like color threads, organ threads, do mini intuitive readings for you guys, stuff like that. And then come back because I'll be doing the detox, so I'll be pretty busy. And then come back the following week with a different series, maybe intuitive eating. But let me know you are co-creating this with me, so let me know what you want to talk about and what you want to learn about. Okay? I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend. Mwah! Digital Detox.